Hey, babe, my student should have been here 20 minutes ago. I don't get paid $2.65 to sit around learning stuff I learned in 3rd grade. What could be keeping them?
This must be the tutor's room.
Come on in. You're 28.2 repeating seconds late. I'm glad you finally made it, Randy, but you're late, as always.
Now scoot over.
Ay, ay, ay! You see Damien on your way here, or what?
I barely ever see the kid. He only comes out at night or hangs out around a graveyard.
Where's Damien? Okay, to prove parallelogram, let's have... Hallelujah, the power's back on. Now that the gang's all here, we can finally get down to some arithmetic.
Where should I sit?
After I move Pika out of the way, you can sit down right here.
Alright, I guess so.
Let's start with the basics. This is a triangle. It has 3 sides and 3 angles that add up to 180 degrees. It has a base, a leg, and another leg.
I never thought of it like that.
Now, what are the valid ways to prove that these triangles are congruent?
See this pillow? Says it all.
Fancy. This pillow's my favorite color.
Those are gonna have your favorite grade. It's simple, really. If all 3 sides are congruent to all the other sides, then it's congruent. If an angle, side, and angle is congruent to another angle, side, and angle, then congruency. If it's side, angle, side, congruent to side, angle, side, you guys got it? Then congruency. Now, if the angle, angle, and side of one triangle is congruent to the angle, angle, side of another triangle, you got congruency there. And only in a right triangle, if the hypotenuse and leg of one is congruent to the hypotenuse, leg of another, then the triangles are congruent.
Why does an angle work?
That's a stupid question. I guess I'll explain it anyway. Even though that these 3 angles are exactly congruent to these 3 angles, the sides are different. They're in proportion, though.
Thank you!
But what if we want to learn about triangle similarities?
It's funny you should mention that, because you got every question wrong on triangle similarities you've taken over the last 6 years. Now, if an angle from this triangle is congruent to the angle and angle of this triangle, then these 2 triangles are similar. Damien, it's time to wake up. We're working on triangles here.
Leave me alone, I'm in my dark place.
Ay, 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 I can't handle your insolence. In this picture, which triangles are similar?
Hexagon, cube.
No, we're not talking about hexagons here. Now, as you can see, triangle A, B, and C is congruent to triangle F, E, D. Because this angle and this angle are congruent, and this angle and this angle are congruent. It's so simple. Let's move on. I got a saxophone lesson. Now, why don't you both take a stab at this one, and we'll see who gets it right. Time is up. What do we got? What? What is this?
Duh, it's Smelly Mario grabbing flower power and showing it to everybody.
That's what I got from Hugh. I don't even want to know what I got from him. This proof is exactly right. HC and GB are both perpendicular to AD. That's shown right here. That's given. Next, angle ACH is congruent to angle DBG. That's because of the perpendicular line cycle. Then, line AI is congruent to line DI. That sucker's given. Then, triangle AID is isosceles. The reason for that, if two congruent sides, then the triangle is isosceles. Step 5, angle IAD is congruent to angle IDA. The reason is, if isosceles, then the base angles are congruent. Step 6, AB is congruent to CD, given. Step 7, BC is congruent to BC. That's because of the reflexive property. 8, line AB plus line BC equals line AC. And line CD plus line BC equals BD. And both of those is because of algebra. Step 9, line AC is congruent to BD because of the addition cycle. And triangle AHC is congruent to triangle DGB. That's because of angle side angle. Knowing that line DB is parallel to line EA, how do we know that triangle EAC is similar to DBC?
Well, what I know is that they both share angle C and they both have right angle bases.
And we know that if one angle and another angle of one triangle is congruent to an angle and another angle of another triangle, then we know that those triangles are similar. So we know that EAC is similar. Now it's time to do some similar triangle proofs. I have some trouble with these bad boys, but I still think I could get it.
See the hat? Nobody cares. You better finish this lesson up. I gotta go.
I got my first real.
I hear you used to whine all the way upstairs.
Hello, brother.
Yo, Randy.
What's up, Marquese?
Hello, Marquese. We were just working on some similar triangle proportion proofs. Care to join us?
Okay, Saranac. Let me have that thing.
Dot the I, cross the T.
What you doing? Stop copying me.
Do your own work. No copying allowed. Give me...
On the home stretch, and I'm done.
I'm gonna beat that saying right out of your face.
You're given angle B is congruent to angle F, and DF is parallel to BA. So we're trying to prove this. Triangle BAC is similar to triangle FDE. That's the work. That's it, baby face.
Very good.
I'm gonna beat those triangle proofs right off your face.
Let's just finish this lesson up, because then I'm going to need a ride to my pediatrician.
So what's the last lesson going to be before they have to ship you off to the freaking med room?
Quadrilaterals!
Talk with your mouth, not your hands, faggot. Oh.
You did not just call me a bundle of sticks.
Yeah.
Can I just list all the properties of parallelogram so I can get on my freaking motor scooter and go?
That would be out of this world. The whole time I have to fix my face.
Opposite sides are parallel, opposite sides are congruent, opposite angles are congruent, diagonals bisect, sum of consecutive angles equal 180 degrees, and the diagonals form two congruent triangles. Bump, set, spike. Ah!
Yeah! Let's get out of this loser face and let's go.
I know the properties of a rhombus.
That's all I need. Just say that I'm going to go get that medical attention I'm so desperately needing.
A rhombus is a parallelogram where all the sides are equal.
Correct.
The diagonals are also perpendicular. The diagonals bisect the angles of the rhombus.
sweet plum, here I come!
Yo, I failed my test! Your stupid study session didn't help me pass!